Hola estudiantes, ¿cómo están? Hoy vamos a hablar sobre algo nuevo, algo muy emocionante, el pretérito. Well, if you haven't heard of the preterite before, it's one of the past tenses that we can use in Spanish. Let me share. In English, we have a simple past tense. I went to the store, I bought new pajamas, and I ate cookies with my friend after work. In Spanish, we have two different past tenses, the preterite and the imperfect. We're going to talk more about these another day, but just for a quick summary, we're going to use the imperfect when we talk about things that went on for a while in the past, things that we often did, were part of a routine. But we're going to use the preterite for simple completed actions. Yesterday, I ate tuna fish. 3 years ago, I went in a hot air balloon. Something, a short completed action for the preterite. The preterite can be used for simple completed actions, as mentioned, something that happened at a specific time in the past, or if we're talking about a sequence of actions. I ate an apple, I tied my shoes, and I ran to work. Or something that interrupts, an action that interrupts something else. I was lying in the hammock enjoying the sunny afternoon when a bird fell on my head. The action of the bird falling would be put in the preterite. And how do we form the preterite? It's easy. Take off the AR ending and add a, aste, o, amos, astes, aran. That was a, aste, o, amos, astes, aran. Notice the amos is the same ending we use in the present tense. And now we need to add accents to the yo and the el, ella, usted form. So go ahead and write down these endings or simply turn over your vocab list. You should have those there. We're only looking at the ones that go with AR verbs today. And now, pause the video and put these verbs in the preterite. ¿Listos? Bueno. Ayer John habló con Julia. Not habló, it's habló. The accent mark tells us that. Anoche yo compré botas nuevas. Para la cena ella preparó arroz con pollo. Nosotros jugamos basketball en el gimnasio. In the nosotros, it has the same form as the present tense. So that sentence could either be we played basketball in the gym or we are playing basketball in the gym. You'd know through context. Ellos nadaron en el océano el verano pasado. The accents are necessary. That makes a difference between if I said, if you just heard, compro zapatos nuevos, right? That's I buy new shoes. Compro zapatos nuevos. That's in the LA form. Somebody, he or she bought new shoes. Compró. So start listening up for those emphasis. Una cosa más. There's always an exception, isn't there? Verbs that end car, gar, or zar. When you put them in the yo form, you're going to need to make a small little spelling change. Like the verb that ends with car, let's say buscar. If we want to say I looked, yo busqué, we can't just drop off the AR and add an E. Because a C followed by an E makes an S sound, and we don't want to say bousser. We want to keep the cuss sound. So we're going to change that C to a QU. We've done this on other words before. You might remember from last year. Or a verb that ends gar, like jugar, right? Well, if we just added an E after the G, an E or an I following a G makes an H sound. And we don't want to say, yo, hoo-hey, basketball. Nobody wants to hoo-hey. So I'm going to add the U in here. That will retain the G sound. Yo, hoo-gay, basketball. And verbs that end with zar, like in a casar, to get married, or almorzar, or empezar. Instead of just adding an E, we actually need to change that Z to a C. Z's do not want to be followed by an E ever. So if that's going to happen, just change it to a C. So you can see up over here, yo jugué tenis, yo empecé mi tarea a las 7 y yo busqué las direcciones. If you heard somebody saying these, they would sound perfect. You would not hear this change. This change only happens so that it maintains that sound. Okay, go ahead and go to the next step of the lesson. Have any questions, just send me an email. Adios.